Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1980 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Kansas City Royals and the Detroit Tigers at Tiger Stadium. On the mound for Kansas City is Steve Busby, whose record is 6-11 with a 6.21 ERA. And pitching for Detroit is Milt Wilcox, whose record is 9-3 with a 3.86 ERA. And so we had a day off yesterday. We needed it after the marathon 13-12 slugfest that we lost on Friday. And we were up by a bunch of runs. We were down by a bunch of runs. Carlton Fisk hit a 3-run home run in the ninth inning with 2 outs to tie the game. And then, of course, who else but Dave Tobick gave up the winning run in the bottom of the ninth. And so it was one of our longest games of the year, but there was tons of home runs, 30 hits, stolen bases, people getting thrown out on the base pass. It was crazy. It was a lot of fun. And even if you already see the score, if you haven't watched that game, it's well worth it, even if you know the outcome. So today we're playing the Kansas City Royals for the first time all season. So it's going to be all new cards, all new information. So I'm eager to get started. But one other thing of note, we lost Omar Moreno, our third center fielder. We lost him for 30 days. So he'll be back in time for the last 2 weeks of the season, whatever that playoff push might be. So we called up Tony Armas, who, if you may remember, I made a deal for him from the A's and put him in AAA. And so that worked out all right because we're going to need him at least for the next 30 days. So you'll see an updated baseball card of him as well in a Detroit uniform. So I want to thank Jeremy DeJong. He is the artist that is creating all of these Topps baseball cards, really the 1981 cards for next season, but they're so good I have to use them now. So anytime you see a Detroit Tigers card that's a 1981 card, it's one that was created specifically for our game here. So at any rate, everyone in our bullpen is available. We have Rosema, who's injured, so Petrie will get his start tomorrow, and Bob Stanley got sent down to the minors. So, and here's our lineup. There's Tony Armas right there in the 6th spot. He'll be in center field. He's a great defensive center fielder. He did lead the league in home runs once. And if you take a look at our team, you'll see everyone here has at least 10 home runs now, whereas Omar Moreno, who had a ton of speed, but had no power at all. So maybe this will increase our team power. We shall see. So let's go ahead and do the Kansas City Royals lineup rundown. And then over here on the right side, you'll see the 1980 Topps card that represents that player. So batting leadoff and catching for the Royals is Darryl Porter. Batting second and in right field is Dwight Evans. Batting third and at third base is George Brett. Batting cleanup and at first base is Ken Phelps. Batting fifth and DHing is Willie Mays Aikens. Batting sixth and in left field is Hal McRae. Batting seventh and at short is Rance Mulliniks. Batting eighth and in center field is Amos Otis. And batting ninth and at second base is Dave Chalk. And on the mound for Detroit is Mitt Wilcox. He's 9-3. This is his 20th start. He missed a whole month of the season with an injury. He's got a 3.86 ERA. And opponents are batting .257 against him. He has no complete games. His last 2 starts were both no decisions. He should have had the win in his last one against Texas, but the bullpen blew it. And so He has been a little shaky lately, but hopefully he'll have a good game here as we're 4.5 back of the Yankees. So leading off, here is Darryl Porter. And Porter pops it up in foul ground, and Thompson has it for the first out, so 1 down. Next up is Dwight Evans, and this card here is a card that was created for this game so that shows that he's on the Royals. And Dewey hits it to right field, and it's caught by Hancock for the second out, so 2 down. And next up is George Brett, and Brett walks. So Brett's on first, and that will bring up Ken Phelps, who's a rookie for the Royals this season. And Phelps is going to hit a blooper over Whitaker's head, but it's caught by Hancock for the third out. So we head to the bottom of the first inning. We'll go ahead and do the Tigers rundown. Batting first and playing second base is Lou Whitaker. Batting second and at short is Alan Trammell. Batting third and at first base is Jason Thompson. Batting cleanup and catching is Lance Parrish. Batting fifth and in left field is Steve Kemp. Batting sixth and making his Tiger debut is Tony Armas. Batting seventh and in right field is Gary Hancock. Batting eighth and DHing is Carlton Fisk. And batting ninth and at third base is Richie Hebner. And here's Steve Busby. He's pitching for the Royals today. He's making his 27th start. He's 6-11 with a 6.21 ERA. Opponents are batting .284 against him. He does have 2 complete games. Busby, a pretty interesting guy. He went to USC and was part of the 1971 College World Series. While at USC, he took a creative writing course from Twilight Zone creator Rod Sterling. I thought that was kind of interesting. He was drafted overall by the Royals in the second round in 1971. He's a 2-time All-Star. And in 1973, the year he went 16-15, he finished third in the Rookie of the Year to Al Bumbry and Pedro Garcia. He's thrown 2 no-hitters in his career. His first one was in 1973 against the Tigers, and again in 1974 against the Brewers. So in real life, he suffered arm injuries in 1976. He missed all of 1977, barely came back and pitched in 78. And really in 1980, it was his last year in pro ball. He had to retire because of injuries. So just an interesting guy, and definitely a career that was cut short due to injuries. So here's Lou Whitaker leading off the bottom of the first. And Whitaker grounds it back to Busby, and there's 1 down. Next up is Trammell. He had 4 hits in yesterday's game, including a home run. And Trammell grounds it to third. And next up is Jason Thompson, who had his hit streak broken 2 games ago. And then he got 3 hits in yesterday's game. And in this at-bat, he strikes out. And we head to the top of the second. No score. Willie Mays Aikens leading off. Mays is his real middle name. And he strikes out swinging. So 1 down for Hal McRae. And McRae strikes out swinging. So 2 Ks for Wilcox. And that's going to bring up Rance Mullinix. And Mullinix will get the first base hit of the day. A line drive to left field. So runner on first for Amos Otis. Amos Otis was the first Kansas City Royal ever put into the Royals Hall of Fame. And he's going to get a base hit down the left field line. And Mullinix scores all the way from first as Otis has himself a double, an RBI double. So the Tigers are down 1-0 early. as Dave Chalk, the number 9 hitter, steps in. And he's going to get a base hit into left center field. That gets down and all the way to the wall. And there's back-to-back doubles for the Royals as the score is 2-0. So a rough start for Wilcox as we get to the top of the lineup again, and Darryl Porter. And Porter flies out to left field, and that's the end of the inning. So we head to the bottom of the second. 2-0 Kansas City. Lance Parrish leading off. Parrish has an 8-game hitting streak right now, and he lines out to left. It looks like the left fielder, who is Hal McRae, has only a 65 defensive rating. That's well below average. So maybe we can have a few balls drop into the left field. So Busby walks Kemp. We have our first base runner. And here is Tony Armas facing Busby. He has faced him this year. It's 2 for 6. This is his first appearance for the Tigers. And the only thing more dangerous than being a Detroit Tigers center fielder right now is maybe the drummer for Spinal Tap. So Armas flies out to left. And with 2 down, Kemp at first. Here's Gary Hancock. He's got a 9-game hitting streak of his own. And there it is, double digits with a base hit to center field. We're not going to risk Kemp getting thrown out at third. So 2 down. Here's Carlton Fisk. And Fisk grounds it to second. I thought it was going to get through there for a minute. And that's the end of the inning. We head to the top of the third. 2-0 Royals. Dwight Evans leading off. And Evans grounds it to Hebner at third. There's 1 down. Next up is George Brett, who I'm sure you remember in 1980. That was the year that he batted .390. Almost got 400. And Brett grounds it to Whitaker for the second out. So 2 down for Ken Phelps. And Phelps hits it on a line to center field, and it's off the wall for another double. So 3 doubles to center field, and I don't know, maybe Armas hasn't adapted to the Detroit center field. I don't know, but that's not a good sign. And then Wilcox throws a wild pitch, and Phelps finds himself on third. Still 2 down, and a 1-0 count to Akins, and Akins grounds it to Whitaker, and that's the third out. So bottom of the third, Richie Hebner will lead off. Only 1 hit for Detroit so far, as Hebner lines out to right. So with 1 down, Lou Whitaker steps in, and he rips it to right field. That's a base hit, and he stretches it into a double. So we have a runner in scoring position for Alan Trammell. And Trammell grounds it to short. Whitaker's going to have to hold. Oh no, he actually makes it to third base. I did not expect that to happen. So Whitaker's at third for Thompson, who now leads the team in RBIs. He's been so clutch. And he lines it to second. And there you go. Tigers are out of the inning, heading to the top of the fourth. Hal McRae will lead off. And McRae grounds it right back to Wilcox. There's 1 down. Next up is Mullenix, 1 for 1 today. And he shoots it down the left field line for a double. That's the 4th double out of the 5 hits for the Royals today. I don't know what's going on, but Wilcox might not be lasting much longer. He's at 66 pitches as Otis flies out to center. And that's the second out. Next up is Chalk. He has 1 of those 4 doubles. And he grounds it just to the left of second base. And Trammell makes the play for the third out. So we head to the bottom of the fourth. Lance Parrish leads off. We need a big inning here as Parrish strikes out. That's the second K for Busby. And that will bring Kemp to the plate, and he grounds to second. So 2 down. Here's Tony Armas, and he strikes out looking. So 3 Ks for Busby. We head to the top of the 5th. And back to the top of the lineup with Darryl Porter, catcher batting leadoff. We saw that with Borgman earlier the year on the Twins. And Porter hits his league-leading 22nd home run. So he's batting leadoff, and he leads the league with home runs. So it's 3-0 Kansas City. And with the team being 4.5 games back, we cannot afford to lose any more games. And Dewey grounds it to second. There's a first out. So 1 down for Brett. And Brett grounds it to Thompson at first. That's the second out. And here's cleanup hitter Ken Phelps. Phelps grounds it to Whitaker. And we're through the inning. It's 3-0 now, Royals. Gary Hancock leads off. And he's going to get an infield hit. He beats it out. And that's the second hit for Hancock today. So we're going to hit and run with Carlton Fisk to keep out of the double play. And Fisk grounds it to short. Hancock is safe at second. So 1 down. Here's Richie Hebner, batting 9th for the first time all year. Hebner grounds it back to Busby, and Hancock takes third on the ground out. So a chance for Whitaker to get us on the board. And he hits a line drive to right field, but Dewey's got it for the third out. So no such luck. We're going to turn the game stats on. And as I mentioned earlier, it looks like now 5 of the 6 hits for the Royals are extra base hits. And here's Willie Aikens, one of the few Royals that do not have a hit until now, as he plants it into dead center field, 482 feet. That is Aikens' 16th home run on the year. The Royals do lead the league, the American League, in home runs coming into this game, so they have a lot of power, clearly. And McRae hits a line drive down the left field line, and he was trying to stretch it into a triple, but he was thrown out of third by Kemp. I believe that's his 8th outfield assist. And so that was another double. We're going to go ahead and take Wilcox out. He just does not have it today. And, we're going to have to bring in Schatzeder to face Rance Mulliniks. And Schatzy's been really struggling versus lefties. He's 7-2 overall, a 3.87 ERA. Opponents are betting .269 against him, and he does have a save on the year. So here's Mulliniks batting against Schatzeder. And Mulliniks hits a fly ball to center field. There's the second out of the inning. And Amos Otis is up next. He's batting .286 versus lefties. He's 1 for 2 today. And Otis grounds it to third. And there's your third out. So we head to the bottom of the 6th. Busby efficient at 59 pitches. Trammell leading off the inning. And he grounds it to short. He's 0 for 3 on the day. So with 1 down, here's JT. There's a base hit for Thompson to left field. No, we're not going to stretch it into a double. He's slow. And so Thompson at least is at first base. Got our 4th hit of the game. So there's still a chance. We need a big bomb here from somebody. And we'll take a base hit to right field from Parrish. Thompson's got a hold at second. And with one swing of the bat here, we'll be back in this game. Kemp, however, is a double play candidate, especially with all these slow runners on base. But Kemp's going to pop it up into foul ground on the first base side. And there's the second out. So here's a chance for Tony Armas to make a good impression. 2 down. Oh, nope. As he strikes out swinging. So to the top of the 7th, Tigers are losing 4-0. They've had no luck at all against Steve Busby. We're going to keep Shotzi in there as we have some lefties coming up. Chalk grounds out to second. There's 1 down. Here's Porter, who hit the home run in his last at bat. He's going to fly out to right field. Hancock has it for the second out. And we're back to Dewey, who's 1 for 1 against Schatzeder this year. So that must have been when he was with Boston before his trade. And he hits a high fly ball to left field. It's going to fall short of the warning track. And that's a 1-2-3 inning from Schatzeder, so we needed that. That'll probably do it for Schatzeder for the game. Gary Hancock leading off the bottom of the 7th. He's 2 for 2. At least Hancock's doing something today. He flies out to right center field for the first out, so 1 down. Here's Pudge. Pudge grounds it to first. That's the second out. Busby still only at 76 pitches here in the 7th. And Hebner grounds it to short. So our lineup is definitely in trouble with all these injuries. Our bullpen is hurting. We lost Rosema. This is not the way we want this to play out. As we bring in Comstock, here's Keith Comstock's numbers. 6 game for Detroit. He has yet to give up a run in 4 innings, but he does have 5 walks in those 4 innings. So he's been wild. And you can see that we have a baseball card created for Keith Comstock with him in a Detroit jersey, which I think is pretty cool. So here's Brett. He's going to face George Brett, batting .310 on the year. He's got a base hit up the middle. And there you go. Lead runners on. And an opportunity to turn a double play here with Ken Phelps. And there you go. Grounder to short. That should be 2. There we go. Nice. So the infield turns 2, helping out Comstock. So with 2 down, Willie Aikens is up. And there's a base hit to center field. So 2 out of the 3 lefties got hits off of Comstock. That's not good. We're going to let him pitch to Hal McRae. McRae grounds it to Whitaker. And we're out of the inning, heading to the bottom of the 8th. Sweet Lou is up. He's 1 for 3. And Lou hits a fly ball to left field. McRae has it for the first out. Next up is Trammell. Trammell grounds it to first. This is like a Greg Maddux type game. He's might finish it under 100 pitches. There we go. Jason Thompson gets a base hit down the right field line. He's 2 for 4 today. We need a big hit here from Parrish. Parrish is batting .355 in his last 20 games. So he is hot, but Busby doesn't want any part of him as he walks him. And runners are at first and second. So Kemp is up. He's 0 for 2 today. He has a line drive to center field, but it's caught for the third out. We go to the top of the 9th, and we're going to let Comstock pitch to Mullenix, and then we'll bring in a righty. Mullenix 2 for 3 today, and make that 3 for 4. Comstock, all 3 hits he gave up were versus lefties. That's just unacceptable. So we're going to bring in, we're going to save our closer. So we're going to bring in Roger Weaver. And he's overused right now. He's in his 52nd game, 5-0, 3.83 ERA, more walks than strikeouts. Opponents, though, are only batting .238 against him, and he does have a save. So here's Amos Otis, first batter to face Weaver, and Otis grounds it to second. Can't turn the double play. They just go to first. So 1 down. Mullenix is scoring position. And Chalk grounds it to Hebner. Mullenix has to hold. And there's 2 down. We're going to intentionally walk Porter since he's a lefty and he leads the league in home runs. So first and second, and Dwight Evans comes to the plate. So it's righty on righty. He is batting .302 versus righties, but Weaver strikes him out. So some good strategy by the manager, if I do say so myself. And Tony Armas, who's 0 for 3 in his debut, 2 strikeouts, will lead off the bottom of the 9th. He hits a fly ball to right field. It's caught for the first out. We're down to our last 2 outs. On the verge of being shut out. Oh, there we go. Gary Hancock says, no, sir. As he gets his team-leading 18th home run. Where did this guy come from? That's unbelievable. Batting .308, and he was just a throw-in in the Carlton Fisk trade. So there goes the shutout. Busby at 108. Let's get a little rally going here with Fisk. No, oh yeah, there you go. Fisk grounds it past the first baseman, and we have a runner on first. So we're going to take out Fisk. It's not over yet, folks. We had so many late inning rallies and losses for that matter. So we're going to put Brookins in there, the fastest guy we have on the bench. And yeah, we like Hebner in this position. So we're going to hit and run with Hebner. Busby up to 111 pitches now. And there you go, Hebner, base hit up the middle. Brookins holds though, that's it for Busby. Not going to get the complete game as Raleigh Eastwick comes in. He is the closer. This is his 31st game, 3-3 with a 4.79 ERA. Like to see that. Opponents are batting .275 against him. He's got 10 saves in 14 opportunities. So we're going to take out Hebner, and we're going to put in Bob Baylor. So those are our 2 fastest guys. What we really need is a home run, but we'll take an extra base hit. Keep the line going. There we go. Base hit into center field. For Whitaker, we are going to send that run home. And he's safe. And first and second, it's 4-2. And Trammell is up. He's 0 for 4 today. Oh, man. I want to bring in Champ Summers, but we're going to we have to let Trammell bat, right? So, okay, so 1 down, runners at first and second. Maybe I should have bunted. And there's a ground ball. Oh, no, is that the end of the game? Oh, no. I should have sacrificed bunted him over to get Thompson a chance. As I hit the button, I thought of it. So Tigers lose 4-2. We mounted a little bit of a 9th inning rally, but it falls short. And let's see, we're still 4.5 games back, right? So the Yankees lost, Orioles lost. We did not make up any ground. You see the Royals here are in 4th place in their division, just ahead of Minnesota, and there's their 137 home runs, which is pretty impressive. So any injuries, at least none to Tigers, right? That's good. So nothing of note there. Let's pull up the box score. We'll get out of here. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoy this content. I'm having a good time bringing it to you. I love all the new baseball cards that we've added to represent the players on the current teams in this game. It's a lot of fun for me. Let's take a look. Who's the player of the game? I guess we have to give it to Hancock, right? He had 3 hits and the home run. His team leading 18th home run. Wilcox, not a good start. He falls to 9-4. Bullpen pitched decent. Busby gets his 7th win. He's 7-11 on the year. And Raleigh Eastwick gets his 11th save. A pair of home runs for Kansas City. Look at all the extra base hits. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 out of the 11 hits were extra base hits. So that's it from Tiger Stadium. We'll be back tomorrow with another game. And until then, everyone, have a great night.